Okay, let's get started here, folks. Welcome to our presentation here. We got many people from around the world that are watching, they're listening, they're tuned in, and we're very excited to share our business model with each and every one of you. Now, for those that are hearing my voice for the first time, my name is Andreas Papakostas from the Chicagoland area, and I'm going to be very respectful of your 30 minutes. You took the time to be here today on this webinar. It is recorded. You're able to share this with other people from around the world as we continue to make 2017 an extremely amazing and incredible year for those that are involved in NHT Global. You know, there's lots of presentations, folks, that are being presented every single day on platforms like this to share residual income, to share about becoming an entrepreneur. And I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes with you sharing why NHT Global, as many of you perhaps may never heard of NHT Global prior to the person who invited you to this presentation. Now, some of you guys that are listening here throughout the day are worried about finances. You're uncertain about what's going to happen over the next 5 or 6 years. Health issues. They're just unhappy. Time issues. So a lot of people that are stressed about things that can be changed with our business model. And that's really what I'm going to share with each and every one of you here today. Folks, let's face it, technology is changing the workforce. We're seeing jobs being lost, and we're going to continue to see professions being taken over by technology. I mean, you can go ahead and use Yahoo, Google, and take a look at some of the things that are coming out over the next 5 to 10 years with positions being gone, industries being gone because of technology. Professions are becoming obsolete. If you take a look at some of these names like Kodak that used to be household names around the world, right, that are bankrupt, they're gone. It's like, wow, what is happening? You take a look at the travel agency, so to speak, where we used to take family trips to the travel agency to plan our trips. Those are gone now. Wow, because of the internet. You take a look at the retail stores. People are closing down. Big name stores are closing down because most people today are using retail stores just to try on sizes so they can go back home and do what? Order their clothes or whatever it is that store offers and order it online. So, it doesn't matter what political party you are from around the world. The government does one thing. They promise to bring back jobs, right? Now, that is what people want to hear. And the only person, folks, that can save your future, your financial future, is you. But you got to get in the trends. You got to get on what is happening. You have to be in the know. You have to be in the knowledge game of what is happening in the world today and how can you position yourself with the trends that are predicted to be in the $1 trillion category, right? And technology today has allowed the e-commerce industry to explode. Not just in North America, not just in Asia, but in Europe and in Africa and literally anywhere, right? It's surpassing the franchise model. Why? Unless you have 6 or 7 figures to be in business for yourself with the franchise model, it's very hard for you to be in business. And today, technology is offering people that don't have 6 or 7 figures to be able to build a business from the comfort of your own home. We're all connected faster, better, right? Quicker than any time in the history of mankind. If you take a look at using things like FaceTime and Skype and Facebook and all the social media platforms, you can connect with somebody across the globe no different than connecting somebody who's in your household. And that's what allows people to be able to get in the trend of an e-commerce business model and change their financial future. Now, here's the reality. It's a jungle of online opportunities today, more so than ever before. Why? Because of the internet, because of the business model, promising more money, residual income, leverage income, be your own boss, blah, 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 right? We hear it in a home business, online marketing, affiliate programs, direct sales, multi-level marketing, network marketing, right? So all these, terminologies are pretty much the same. And the thing is that there's a lot of categories, right? A lot of categories in the industry of home-based business, whether it's travel, clothing, jewelry, oils, patches, gold, coins, legal, telecommunication, wraps, weight loss, you name it. There's so many opportunities out there. Now, make no mistake, there's a lot of money to be made in each and every one of these categories. Some of them short-term due to the nature of the category. Some of them not true residual income, and some of them you have to have all these hurdles every single month, the end of the month pushes, and buying products that you don't really need, but you need to because you have to do that in order for you to stay active in your business. So it becomes a huge confusion to many people who are looking in the online category. So let me share something with you, facts, right? Because it's not just my opinion, but you really want to get the facts, and you can do your research, and you can go under the Direct Selling Association, which is our DSA, which is the police dog of our industry, right? The two categories that make up the majority of the growth in network marketing happens to be personal care and cosmetics, as well as the wellness category. They make up over again, 2/3 of the entire growth of network marketing. Now, you don't see certain categories in here even hitting the mark. And you got people in these categories going out there and saying, we're going to be the next $1 trillion industry. We're the biggest category in the industry of network marketing. So don't buy into the marketing verbiage of what's out there. Know the facts, right? And that's why I'm presenting this presentation here for you today. You're going to hear about a company, folks, that has the competitive advantage in the health and wellness category. So what I'm going to do is share with you some highlights of each of these categories so you can feel good about making a decision whether NHT Global is a viable business for you to build on a part-time basis to go out there and change your financial future. We've been doing it for 15 years, right? So what's our competitive advantage, right? Let me tell you a little bit about the company. We started back in 2001. We're not a startup company, so you don't have to worry about the growing pains and the uncertainties of startup companies, especially when over 90% of them don't make it past their 6th year, regardless how big they grow their first 2 years, right? So one product, one country in 2001. 15 years later, folks, 40 plus countries doing business in. And we have 3 categories of product and potentially increasing the categories with new product lines that we're going to be bringing into marketplace here in 2017. Our headquarters are out in Los Angeles, California. We have our headquarters out in Hong Kong, our warehouse out in the Netherlands for our European market. And again, we have health learning centers across the globe. We're opening up Peru next week. We're opening up Mexico next week. So again, with India, Malaysia, and Vietnam all on the horizon to be opening up in 2017. So very, very exciting. We're a publicly traded company, folks. And what does that mean to you? Transparency. Many companies out there that are privately held can tell you about all this growth and statistics and numbers, and here's the reality. They don't have to provide documentation to prove what they're saying. Well, with us, folks, we are transparent. Not only are we transparent, we were actually honored with the ringing of the bell closing ceremony by NASDAQ in August of 2015. So again, as they take a look at what we are doing in the industry for it's just amazing. It's a high honor. So again, everything that I'm going to share with you here today is documented, they're verified. You can actually go ahead and go onto the NHT Global site and click on all the transparency of our numbers, our sales growth, and the things that, again, you share and have to disclose as a publicly traded company. Now, let me share with you what we have done over the last 5 years, because it doesn't matter what Andreas says or what NHT Global says or the person who invited you to this presentation, right? We're excited. We know where we're going. We know what we have. But again, let me just share some track record and some history so you get an idea of what we're going to be doing over the next 5 to 10 years and what it means for you, right, in your financial future. So over the last 5 years, folks, we've had double, triple digit growth, right? So we're not talking about 1 year we introduced a product and we saw some spikes and then all of a sudden we went back down again, like you see in a lot of companies in our industry, right? So we're talking about, again, growth that is unprecedented. 8 consecutive years now of incredible growth. You know, most companies, even in the franchise business model or just traditional business, they would love to see a 6 to 8% annual growth, right? That would be considered remarkable. Folks, we're talking about double, triple digit growth year after year over the last 8 years, right? And we're going to be bringing out our 2016 numbers after the first quarter of 2017, another record-breaking quarter as well as record-breaking year. So we're very excited to share that. Once we verify, we document that, it'll be available for everybody to see. Let's take a look at markets because, you know, everybody likes to say that they're in all these markets, but if you take a look at their success in their markets, you will only find maybe a few that are doing okay. Folks, it doesn't matter where you want to build NHT Global. Let's take a look at our success in the USA. Close to 200% growth. In Southeast Asia, close to 200% growth. In our Hong Kong and China market, over 100%. Canada, over 100%. Our EU states, 41%, but I can guarantee you right now, it's in a triple-digit growth. Korea, over 30%. Taiwan, over 20%. So again, we're talking about a company that wherever you want to build your business, whether it's locally, nationally, or internationally, we can support that growth, right? So this is, again, for those that like numbers, they like to see track record, you'll find these very, very pleasing. Now, let's take a look at more third-party validation. If you take a look at America's largest circulated newspaper, when they wrote about the most surprising stocks of 2015, NHT Global came out number 1. As a matter of fact, the Russell Index, which is the biggest big financial conglomerate, gave us the number 1 stock pick in 2016. So folks, you have to be doing some incredible thing, but doing incredible things consistently in order to get these accolades. Now, let me share with you an exciting accolade that I'm excited to share with you. You know, in 2015, we were recognized as the number 2 fastest growing publicly traded company in the world. We're not talking about just in network marketing. We're talking about all industries, all businesses, right? In 2016, we were ranked number 1. I want you to pay attention to that because, God, I don't know if I can give you any better accolade for any company in any industry around the world. We surpassed Facebook. If you take a look at Facebook here, it was ranked number 3. Right? We surpassed Amazon, Google, Apple. These are household names around the world. NHT Global ranked number 1. And let me share with you just a recent award that we also got in Asia. We got the Hong Kong Most Valuable Company Award. Now, for those of you that are not in Asia, you may say, okay, that sounds pretty cool. This is a very prestigious award that a direct sales company in Hong Kong was awarded this. So again, these are the type of accolades that we are getting that you don't have to just take the word from the person who invited you here or my word, right? These are things and organizations that are looking at us from outside in and saying, wow. Now, let me share with you why that is happening, because in today's world, folks, you have to have products, right, that are better than just okay. You have to have products that, again, appeal to the global masses. Why? Because we live in a global economy today. We have 3 categories of the fastest growing segments in health and wellness, scientifically validated. Our packaging is luxurious. They love our packaging, right? And our products are formulated by top medical doctors and scientists, not by marketing gurus, okay? So that's another topic for another time. But our product, some of our products was awarded the Nobel Prize winning research. So again, let me just share with you one product in each of these categories because I don't have time to go over our products in this webinar, but the person who invited you here today can definitely give you extensive information on all of our product line. Let's take a look at our Skindulgence 30-minute non-surgical facelift system. It is the first ever anti-aging system that is non-surgical that's created by top plastic surgeons from around the world. A product system that can help you look 5 to 10 years younger after one application. Now, don't be fooled by the 2-minute instant bags removed under your eye products, which again, work 100%, right? But they don't tell you what happens after 90 minutes. They don't tell you how many people have got rashes or burns because of the ingredients that are in those products. You just have to be careful, folks, right? This product system not only gives you results after one application, but it's a long-term system. It's a passive exercise treatment for the face. It stimulates the nerve endings of the facial muscles, which creates isotonic contractions. And that is why people, again, look like they lost 5 pounds in their face, because it tones the muscles of your face. But what it also does, because of botanical extracts, is that it reduces the fine lines, the wrinkles, aging spots. Fantastic for acne, right? Especially for teenagers, and it's for all skin care types. It's a 3-month supply system, which again is one of our flagship product, and it's demonstratable. It's very easy to get people to try this product for free in your local market. 9 out of 10 people are buying this product after they try it. That's how simple your business can get started by just sharing these products. What if you went to your family, friends, coworkers, neighbors and said, hey, I got a product system that can help you look 5 to 10 years younger in 30 minutes, and you can try it for free. Would you like to do that? I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people are going to want to try it. Well, there you go. I just helped you jumpstart your business. So we also have our category of our intimacy product, which is our lifestyle category. Allura won the Nobel Prize Award, folks. This is a female intimacy cream that works like Viagra does for men, but it is for women. It won the award because it beat the pharmaceutical drugs in this category. Formulated by an OB, certified OB gynecologist, that, again, thousands of studies that was done. But if you take a look at the 2 most powerful ingredients that are synergistically blended, this product actually has a lot of medicinal properties other than the intimacy part. Now, we also, for those that are in fertility drugs that are spending thousands of dollars for women trying to get pregnant, this is definitely a product you're going to want to introduce to. And if you see the studies on this, it'll blow your mind away. So again, although it won the award for the stimulation for women, it's got a lot of other medicinal properties. So again, you're going to want to check out the video that was formulated by Dr. Ronald Thompson that explains how this product works. So you definitely want to get the information on this. And of course, our wellness product, folks. We're very excited about a new product we just introduced in 2016. When we take a look at where the direction of medicine is going, we take a look at where the direction of dietary supplementation is going. It's definitely stem cell science. And folks, our Stem Renew product is leading this category. We're talking about helping people activate lack of stem cells that are in their body. And when you do that, you're optimizing the nervous system. Now, I don't obviously have time to go into the details in the science, and I'm not a medical doctor to be able to do that, but we've got some remarkable videos that were done by our formulators, Dr. Chris and also Tina, that explains how this works in the human body. And once you watch that video, you're going to want to make sure that this product gets into your system and in your family system. We make it so easy for you to go out there and share the benefits of those products through the videos that we have. It is really remarkable, and I believe it's going to be one of our most flagship product that NHT Global has provided in the wellness category. We're very, very excited about that. So again, you're still in the beginning stages of being on the forefront of a brand new product that we feel is going to be one of our biggest sellers for decades to come, but yet backed by a 15-year-old, $2 billion company ranked #1 in the world. So I want you to think about what I just shared with you, right? It's like being on the forefront of penicillin. It's like being on the forefront of when Microsoft decided to launch something that no one knew what was going to happen. You're now being on the forefront of something that we feel. If you look at our track record, you kind of know what our future is going to be. So this is what you're being presented with right now. Let's take a look at our pay plan, because you have to have a pay plan that is fair, that also rewards leaders better than anybody in the industry, and do it in a way where there is no structure involved, right? And I'm going to get to that because I think this is very important. Do you know that we have the highest documented payout commission of any publicly traded company in the e-commerce industry, right? And again, we can say that because we have to be transparent because we are a publicly traded company, right? It's documented. So you hear some of these companies that say we pay out 80%, 100%. They're not really being truthful. And again, if they're privately held, they don't have to provide the documentation. So here's our concept here. And I just want you to see the bigger picture here. It doesn't matter where you want to build your business, right? The compensation plan is the same. And it is volume driven. You don't have to worry about having a certain amount of people who have a certain amount of people. And you have to do it by a certain amount of time, which is usually by the end of the month. And if you don't hit a certain title or a structure or a certain volume by the end of the month, that volume goes to zero again. And you start all over again the next month. Those are usually the uni-level plans, the Trimax plans. And this is why you hear a lot of people who, have products that are stocking up on their counters because they have to buy every single month in order for them to stay active. And so here, folks, that doesn't exist here. This is all based on volume. If you got volume in your organization, you're going to get paid on it at some point as you're building your business. So there's 4 ways that you can get paid. I'm just going to give you the highlights here. One of the ways is retail, right? You can retail products on your online store in the 40 plus countries we do business in. And as somebody goes into your online store and places an order, company takes care of the shipping, processing, all that stuff, right? NHT Global gives you a retail commission, right? And your store is open 24/7. But you can also retail products offline. You can do facial parties, in-home parties. You can do health fair expos. And again, so many people are making thousands of dollars on a monthly basis just retailing our products because our products are highly marketable. Now, one of the ways that you can generate income is through our 3 levels generation bonus. If you're interested in earning leveraged income, meaning getting paid on the efforts of others of people, not just you, that's considered leveraged income, and it starts with our generation bonus. We pay you 3 generations. So when you go out there and you sponsor somebody that wants to build a business just like you, that's your first generation, right? You're going to generate a 10% commission on all the volume that is purchased by that distributor that you sponsor, to also include their online customers' volume. Think about that, right? You can enroll 10, 15, 20, 100 people. You're going to get 10% week after week on all the volume, including their online customer volumes, commissions. Now, when those distributors go out there and sponsor their distributors, you're going to generate a 5% commission on reorders after their initial order. Anytime they place a reorder to include their online customer reorders, you're going to get paid a 5% commission and 3% commission on your next generation of distributors. So this becomes very lucrative as you build your 2-team system. Now, I want to talk about that because we are a binary pay structure, which means we build 2 teams. You do not have to worry about building 3 teams, 4 teams, 5 teams. You don't have to have, again, like I said earlier, you don't have to worry about enrolling a certain amount of people who have a certain amount of people. With our 2-team system, once you enroll 2 people, you get paid to infinity. So let me quickly go over this. Again, I want you to see the potential of how leveraged income works, right? So when you enroll John into the business who wants to build a business just like you just started team number 1. When you enroll Sue into the business who wants to build a business just like you started team number 2. Now, as you help John build his 2 teams, you help Sue build her 2 teams. You can see with just 2 people, you can have 6, 12, 20, 100 people in your 2-team organization. And guess what? You're going to get paid on all the volume on everybody in your 2-team system. And once your 1 team accumulates 1,250 business volume and your other team accumulates 2,500 business volume, we call that a cycle, right? And a cycle pays a gold distributor a $250 commission. Now, I want you to think about this. How would you like to cycle one time, only one time a week, which would bring you $1,000 or 1,000 euros a month? What could you do with an extra $1,000 a month? Because you introduced two people that want to build a business just like you. Now, with the same two people, folks, you can cycle multiple times a week. We have people that are cycling multiple times a day. We have people that are cycling more when they are sleeping than they are when they are awake. Why? Because our business is in over 40 plus countries and our business never closes. It's 24/7. So think about that. So this is what people are really looking for. If I could just help people enroll their two people and help people share our products to help people's health, right? And also give them an opportunity that they can go out there and help more people with their health and make money by doing that. Can you imagine the amount of leveraged income that you can make just off of this? But again, this is in addition to what we just said with the generation and in addition to your retail component. We also have a matching bonus, which basically means that your 3 generations of distributors, when they earn a cycle check, the company pays you a match on that cycle check. So a lot of money to be made as you're helping people build their future here with NHT Global, all on a part-time basis. Now, we also have a recognition program that is not tied to our compensation plan. This is so important to understand. When you got companies going out there and sharing car bonuses, right, and they don't hit a certain structure during that month, now that car bonus becomes a liability and an expense for that distributor, right? So we have recognition where we reward leaders better than anybody else. Is not tied to the compensation plan. And we have an international recognition program that can be shared by the person who invited you here to this presentation. Now, nothing matters, folks, unless you have proper leadership and support, right? Everybody wants to make sure that they're going to be supported and they have the right leadership. I can't stress this enough for you. The people you join are more important than what you join, and we have it here in NHT Global, starting with our global ambassadors, Joe Garcia and Dan Cato, that have been here since 2001. Highly respected around the world, been featured in multiple magazines and books. They've traveled all over the world to lay their foundation and work the trenches to give you a business when the foundation was built by these two individuals, right? These are the types of people that you are going to lock arms with and build your business. They developed a system that allowed people to develop themselves personally as they help build their NHT Global professionally and financially. So what do you get as a support from a company's perspective? Well, you're going to get your own online retail store. You're going to get a complete basic step-by-step training online, whether entrepreneurship is a new concept for you or you've been around the industry for so long and you're looking for a new home, right? We've got a training system in place for every level of experience. You'll have access to proven one-on-one coaching, cutting-edge marketing materials, live calls, recorded calls. This one is live, right? But it's also being recorded. So you can use this to share with others about our opportunity while we help you start building your two-team system, right? We have regional conferences, international conferences. We have a training system in place that you can tap into 24/7. Let me tell you how simple it is to get started here in NHT Global. We have 3 levels of distributorship, bronze, silver, and gold. A gold gives you a 34% discount from the wholesale price, which means when you purchase your products, you're getting at the lowest price. However, when people go through your online store and places an order, you get the highest retail profit margins as a gold level distributor, because the difference between the retail price and the gold level price gives you the highest profit margins. Now, we have platinum packages and gold packages that gets you the gold level status, right? Depending on the country that you're listening from, because we got lots of people on this call right now that are from around the world. Ask the person who invited you here to look at the platinum packages if a platinum packages is available for your country. But we have gold packages, again, and all these packages come with your own online store. It has a back office that tracks all of your business growth for you. You get to experience the products that come with the package depending on which one you pick. You can start sharing them, promoting them, retailing them, right? And then you'll have an endless team support with our training system. So basically, you are active for life. Once you get in with our Platinum Gold package, you are active for life, right? So again, it doesn't get any easier than that. So again, if you're listening to this right now, right, and you don't know if this is a business model for you for whatever reason, you'd like to do some more research, fantastic, that's okay. Perhaps you want to look younger. Maybe you'd like to have more energy. Maybe you want to sleep better. You want to feel amazing. Try a few of our products. I guarantee you the person who invited you here can share with you a few products that can help you do that. You can become a retail customer. No problem. Some of you guys see this business model, right? And you want to become a distributor so you can start sharing the products with others and start generating a retail commissions. Fantastic. Let the person who invited you here know that you'd like to become a distributor. Now, some of you guys see this, right? Perhaps this is your second time listening to this, perhaps a third time, and you see this, you got your questions answered, and you kind of wanted to make money yesterday, right? So maybe you've been involved in other online businesses that had little or no success, and you see this opportunity. Get started with one of our platinum packages or our gold packages, right? And then it sets you up for not just for upfront income, but it starts allowing you to start building that leveraged income, and you can start generating commissions this week, right? So again, it takes less than 5 minutes. It's your decision, right? You could do whatever you want with the information that we're sharing with you here today. I want to end with my story because a lot of you may relate to my story or know others that do, right? How many of you here own a business, a traditional business, or know people that own a traditional business? Okay. I guarantee you most of those people are owned by their business, meaning they may be making a lot of money, but they don't actually have time freedom. So that's what happened to me. You know, I opened up my business. They told me here in the United States, man, if you were an entrepreneur and you owned your own business, that's the life, right? And that's what happened. So I went and I opened up a wellness facility, right? But I was burnt out. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was working 80 hours a week. I drove an hour and a half to the clinic and an hour and a half back, 6 days a week. Hardly saw my wife, hardly saw my newborn. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't care if somebody said, I will pay you $1 million a year, keep doing what you're doing. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And folks, that's when I was introduced to network marketing. I understood the power of leveraging, right? I didn't have leverage. If I wasn't there, the clinic wasn't making money. Now, we know a lot of people that are listening to this webinar right now that are in the service industry, right? And you love the service that you're doing, whether you're a massage therapist, a hairdresser, an acupuncture, a chiropractor, right? Or an HVAC guy or a construction worker, right? If you have to be there to do the service, there's only so many people you can service, which means there's only so much money that you can make, right? So when I understood it, now, folks, there's a reason why I'm sharing this with you today. Back then, we didn't have the internet. Okay, I couldn't do this webinar and have people from around the world watching and listening to this right now. We had a big, thick phone called the cell phone that weighed 100 pounds, and it was like $40 a minute to make a phone call, right? But that's what we knew back then. So 80 hours a week, no experience, right? No internet. And in 8 months, I had one of the top 10 businesses of that company. Okay, so why do I share this? You know, I built that organization in that company for over 10 years. Now, this is why I always say the people you join are more important than what you join. Not following the marketing verbiage, but making sure that it's tied to facts. The company decided not to go international anymore. The company decided to change their compensation plan 5 times in 1 year. That didn't resonate with my morals and my ethics. And when I saw what they said and what they did were not incongruent, that was time for me to start looking. And folks, I looked at 18 companies. I had over 20 different criterias. And I knew Joe Garcia for 6 years prior to me looking at a company. So I established a relationship with Joe. And one of the things that I look for is who was I going to do business with? And to make a long story short, I took my wife and kids. We traveled up to Canada to meet Joe Garcia. And I knew within the first 5 minutes of our 6-hour conversation that this is the person I wanted to do business with. Folks, what took me 10 and a half years to do in my previous company, I did in 1 year with NHT Global. It's not because I worked any harder. It's because here's a principle I want everybody to walk away with from this webinar. The people you listen to, surround yourself with, learn from, can do one or two things. One, they can either magnify your goals, dreams, and aspiration, or they can destroy your goals, dreams, and aspirations. And some of them may have the same last name as you, right? Don't we all have that? And so that is why Joe Garcia was somebody who magnified what I was looking to do from a business perspective on a global scale. And today, folks, I have one of the fastest growing organizations here at NHT Global. So why do I share this with you? I went from somebody who had no experience, from somebody who had no internet at the time, somebody who worked 80 hours a week, because everybody thinks they're busy. You know, busy and productive are two different things. But if everybody listening here today, if you like the idea of becoming an entrepreneur, if you like the idea of generating leveraged income, right? There is always time that you can implement our system and follow the person that's enrolling you along with their team members to help you start building that business, right? We've been doing it for 15 years. So the trips that we take, folks, on a yearly basis where our kids can experience outside of North America. We've already done 3 wonders of the world. Our goal is to do the seven wonders of the world, right? It's unbelievable. And that is one of my missions, to help people even make enough money where they can actually create some memories on some vacations that perhaps they don't take, because even if they have 2 weeks off a year, they don't have money to go to places like you can do excursions and stuff like that. We can help you do that, folks. Here's the reality. You have residual bills every single month. Why not have residual income? So, folks, I hope what I shared with you here today excites you enough. Get back to the person who invited you here today. It doesn't matter if you're interested in being a retail customer, if you want to get involved and just start doing some retail commissions, or you see the bigger picture and you want to get involved and you want to build an organization that can change your financial future, again, without disrupting what you're currently doing with your career, job, or profession, right? This is Andreas Papakostas signing off from the Chicagoland area. It's a sincere pleasure to introduce the NHT Global business model to each and every one of you. I look forward to helping you help people get out of the employee mindset, get into the entrepreneur mindset, and change people one person at a time, not just professionally and financially, but also from a personal perspective. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and we'll hear you on our next webinar.